Have you got the time? Time is a concept. That's exactly what it is a concept, only we've scientifically tied time to something else, which we'll get into. If you go Google's time itself, how we define time, what we understand as time, became disjointed for me for a while, some decades ago, because our time, human time, as we discuss it and think about it, is set by the sun and our rotation around the sun, our planet's rotation. We've defined time into this 24-hour increments, but a year is actually longer than 24-hour days, which is confusing. But we have a leap year to make up for it, right? This is our human calendar, a calendar we've created basically to be able to bill and keep track of interest in loans and money across the globe. It was an agreement signed not long ago in humanity's time to use the time we speak to now. Now, people try to mess with time. We've got the daylight savings time, which kind of mess with your mind, but it all has to do with the sun and the sky and how much light we get during the day and what time of day it is for us. The reason for that is somewhere high noon got disconnected from the day and how we run our lives. So instead of watching for sunrise to come up to start our business, we wait for an alarm clock. We look at the calendar. The calendar informs us when it's time to plant, when it's time to harvest, when it's time to fertilize, when it's time to rotate the pastures. So this time concept is just pervasive. We depend upon it. It defines our lives, the days, those 24 hours that we're invited to every morning we wake up. So time is this huge philosophical thing. And my knowledge, my understanding of it was shaped purely around our calendar, our clock, our time of day. Then somewhere in the 70s, I was introduced to atomic time. Time based on a frequency, not on a clock based on solar cycles. This new time base was frequency, is frequencies. That is really odd, but time is a function of frequency. It is an inverse. 1 over frequency equals time. 1 over time equals frequency. These are the definitions to the words we use. So now you've got a bit of an issue. Time based on frequency has no beginning and no end. It's a conundrum in physics, but time is the constant under everything we speak to. So understanding this long time, this time that goes back to the beginning of the universe, how that started we do not know yet, do not understand, can hardly fathom. We're trying to invent equations that might describe what happened, and the equations still need proofs that they're accurate, that they're correct. That's where you come back into the multiverse ideas, or the God ideas, or the creator ideas, or what the hell happened some billions of years ago that started time itself. Time started with frequencies, which is just an odd construct in the human mind. But this deep time is important to understand and fathom. That deep time, this 200 or 300,000 years humans have been walking this planet, trying to keep some semblance of records of what's going on. Then we have learned new sciences to go and make measurements that support those artifacts, those records, those ideas, and actually reach past and beyond them in time. Because we have the technology, the sciences, to identify dates in time relative to our date. Oh, huge, big, complicated world out there. It's how wealth is stolen from underneath us, this complexity of time itself that someone doesn't want folks to understand. And I don't know if anyone will ever fully understand it. But the fact is, time is a function of frequency. It was forced that way in the sciences. Time is not a function of our spinning planet. That's human time. That's what turned us on to the whole idea of time as being human. So as the hair recedes, can't make this easy. Next one's on nuclear waste and the mistruths being spread about it. Pieces out.